What's going on, everybody? Today I am at an estate sale. I woke up bright and early. I got here about 2 hours early because this sale looks really interesting. In some of the pictures, there's like vintage music stuff. There's like a bunch of stereo equipment. And whenever I pulled up, it's actually a whole house. There weren't a ton of pictures. So seeing a whole house makes me really confident that there could be something good in here. There's always a chance that they don't take pictures of every room, or like there's like a basement that's full of stuff. So it's definitely worth the risk. I am currently outside in my car and there's two other cars here. We all got out to check if there's a sign-in sheet or anything, and unfortunately there wasn't. So if a couple more cars get here, we're gonna have to get out and wait in line, which is gonna be pretty rough considering it's like 40 degrees and raining outside. It's literally always a gamble at estate sales because you never know what is going to be there and you never know what they're going to price things at. So we could get in there and everything could be super expensive. Who knows? But it's definitely worth the risk because you could find some of the best stuff. There's a few other estate sales in the area that I think I'm going to go to after, even though they're going to start whenever I'm here. So I don't know if there's going to be anything good left, but there's always a chance that there is. So today we're going to drive around and see what else we can find after this estate sale, but hopefully it'll be a good day. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my page. Let's find something good. Let's go. All right, guys. Sorry, I had my earmuffs on, but I got my ticket. There's probably like 8 or 9 cars here now, and we saw somebody pull up, and it was actually a worker, and she was like, I can't give out numbers because I don't have it, but if you guys get out and wait like in 10 minutes, the person with the tickets will get here. So we waited outside for like 10 or 15 minutes, and then the woman showed up and gave us all tickets. So it ended up not being that bad. Plus it kind of stopped raining, so I had my earmuffs on. I was fine. So I'm going to wait a little while until I get out, probably like 15 minutes before the sale starts, and then we're going to go in and see if there's anything good in there. I got a peek inside the door, so I kind of know where I'm going now, but yeah, it's just, I have no idea where to go. It's so nerve-wracking, but it's fun. So let's go. All right, guys, it's really raining hard now, so I'm gonna go out to my trunk so I can film this, but found some great stuff. I only spent $45. I know the footage in there wasn't great, but it all happened really fast. Yeah, cool finds. All right, guys, here's my haul. So it started raining when I was walking back here, but most of the stuff didn't get too wet. This thing, I found it right when I walked in. This is the first thing I saw. Fish hat. I don't know, not super old, probably early 2000s. And then, here, I'll just go with this one first. Look at this thing. I didn't even unfold it yet. It's like this felt neon blacklight poster. I think it's Elton John. Yep, Elton John. Holy crap, this is so cool. 1975. Yeah, it's really hard to tell, but it's literally like felt. I've never found a poster like this before in my life. It's like beat on the edges, obviously, but and same with this poster too. It's so cool. I'll show you, I'll spread it more out later, but this one, I saw the shoes. I was like, oh my God. I thought these so cool. Bro, this is crazy. Yeah, so I spent $45 on all this stuff. The main reason I went in there was for this. I saw this sticking out in one of the pictures. Vintage Kiss shirt. Might have a date on it somewhere. I didn't even look at it in there. I just knew it was gonna be an old one. Yeah, 1979. This is definitely a legitimately 1979 shirt. It's pretty small, but. So, one of the craziest things I think I've ever bought are these custom made Kiss boots. Look at these things. They're vintage. It's there, peeling off a little bit, but bro. These are crazy. So here's a Bruce Springsteen poster. I'll show you it later. I don't want to mess it up. I found this. This is actually the first like non-clothing item that I found. It's this Kiss book. I can't believe somebody left it on the table there. But it's got these big pictures and just, it's really cool. I thought it might be like some sort of like a poster book or something like that, and it sort of is. I also grabbed these, a couple of these magazines. I didn't really know. It just seemed kind of cool. It's dated down at the bottom 2004, so I was like, it might be worth it. And here's another one of those. I was thinking like the ads could be pretty cool in here and just some of the tattoos and stuff. And then I grabbed this. I found a t-shirt for Aeon Flux. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing that, but I found a t-shirt for this once. And when this was in here, I was like, might as well just grab it. I'm really happy I did, considering I just spent $45 on everything. But the book itself, it has really cool pictures and stuff, so. This is something that was in with all the other magazines and stuff. It was a stamp album. I've never personally found one before, but it's got tons of stamps in here. So, I don't know. Could be worth something, could be not, but I mean, for 45 bucks for everything, it's gotta be worth it. Oh, yeah, I guess these were marked $10. I did not even realize. I thought this was like part of the shoe or something. And then I grabbed this. What the hell is this? This might be like a modern thing. I didn't even, just grabbed it because it was so weird. Smoking Baby ceramic toy. It's so weird. Anybody know what the hell this is? But yeah, amazing finds. Let's go to the next sale to see what we can find. All right guys, just pulled up to the next estate sale. I still cannot believe all that Kiss stuff I found. Such an awesome find. It started raining so much harder. I'm happy that I didn't have to wait outside for the last ones. All right, let's go.
You have to be down here because you didn't go upstairs. Go downstairs. So it's down here. Did somebody bought it already?
Probably so.
Did you see it in there? Or was it who's closet?
I opened it too, Mommy's not even there.
This is an old house. what happened here.
I see, like, literally, I'm not even gonna.
I'm ducking. It's so low down here. Hold on. Found something. Nothing.
Yeah, that couple too. That couple.
All right, nothing in there. It's a really old house, and there was some cool stuff, but no clothes that were really interesting or anything like that. That bed was really weird, though. I wonder what the story was with that. All right, now I'm off to another sale. That one seemed promising because there weren't really any pictures at all. Like the other one, I knew there was some stuff there, but this one, sometimes those can be the best because like not a lot of people show up, but there were people here, and I don't know. It was just stuff that was like really old, and I don't know much about any of that kind of stuff. So yeah, as far as clothing, there was only the stuff that I showed you. Most of the closets were completely empty. I wonder if a lot of it got donated or something, or what. I don't even know. It was an old house, so I don't know if people were living in it like before this or like from a long time ago. I don't know. Anyways, now let's go to the next one. So this sale we're going to, I actually stopped by this morning before I went to the other one to see if there was like a sign up sheet or anything, and there was no sign up. So I was like, yeah, the other sale looks better. So I ended up going to that one. But yeah, the pictures for this one seemed like there was just like a lot of stuff. So I'm guessing there could be clothes, but there's no promises of anything, so who knows. Just pulled up. Let's get in there. It's pouring down rain. These houses seem fairly old, so, or at least not modern, so who knows what could be inside. They also have a big dumpster out front. I didn't find anything in there. Good thing I didn't wait for that sale, because I was really considering doing that one instead of the other one because it looked promising, but there wasn't any clothes at all, so I would have been real bummed. There wasn't a basement or yeah, even the upstairs, the closets were taped off, so yeah, I made a good choice. So I was looking around and I found a garage sale, downsizing sale thing. It's not an estate sale, but I think it's inside, so that's good because pouring outside, obviously no garage sales today. But yeah, it looks like could have some like collectibles and stuff. So I feel like I usually try to look for if there's things that are sort of adjacent to clothes. I tend to go to, because if they have something that's like looks like somebody that could dress cool, then there's a good chance they have cool clothes. But like I said, a lot of times people donate all the clothes before, or like, I don't know, it's weird, especially with like garage sales and downsizing sales. Maybe they just won't even put out any clothes. So let's see. Listening to Kiss, practicing my boot stomping, my new boots.
We did a 5K, a 10K, a quarter, a half marathon, and a marathon in 4 days.
Not to run.
Alright, so I didn't get the chance to film that much in there, but I found this awesome vintage Peanuts jacket. The lady said she was trying to clear out her storage, so there was a lot of stuff she was putting out. Just check this out. So that's the only thing on the front. Sorry, it's like pouring outside, or else I would take this outside. It's got that tag on the inside. Never seen that before in my life. I have no idea what that really is. It's not even a Peanuts character, is it? No, I don't even know what that is. It's got like leather down the sleeve, but then the back. And this is what's on the back. So freaking cool. I ended up paying $50 for this. Now, that's a little bit high, but like, this is such a cool jacket. I'll give you a better look at it whenever I get back home, but yeah, this is an awesome find. I also picked up this Mickey sweatshirt. This one, she only wanted $2 for. She was selling the Peanuts jacket for one of her friends, so that's why, but it's got Mickey on the back. And then there were just a few other Snoopy things that I ended up grabbing. This thing's pretty cool. It's like Peanuts Farmer Edition. Wow, it's like a little storage thing that you can hang up. This is a little notebook. There's nothing on the inside. It's just for you to take notes. Snoopy Says hat. Go fetch your own stick. And all these Peanuts things are always dated like a weird year because that's their copyright date, but this thing is probably from the 90s. And then I also grabbed this other notebook. I ended up paying $60 for everything. Pretty cool finds. So I've got one other estate sale to go to. It's a little bit far away, like 30 or 45 minutes, but I'm not really doing anything else, and yeah, might as well go check it out. It doesn't look like there's anything crazy there, but it's sort of the same deal as the other ones. Like, there weren't a lot of pictures. It just sort of seemed like there could potentially be something good, maybe, if the closets aren't all completely empty. But yeah, let's head over there and see what we can find. So I'm out of that sale now, and the only thing I found was that men's sweater. It's like super heavyweight and totally the wrong time of the year for me to even buy that, but I didn't really want to leave empty-handed. They had a lot of women's clothes. They had a closet full, and then they had a couple other racks that I didn't film. But yeah, they only had one closet of men's stuff. Looked through the whole thing, and that was the only thing that I found. So at least I found something. But like I said, you just never know, and it's always worth to go check. People ask me all the time how I find good stuff at estate sales, and I don't always find good stuff. Like, it's usually me going to a ton of them and then getting lucky on one or two. And most days, like, I'll film videos like this and not find anything, and then I just won't post a video because, like, I'm not going to post a video if I don't find anything. But now that's all the thrifting I'm going to be doing today. Let's go back to my house to see everything that I picked up. Okay guys, I am back home after that crazy morning. We found so much good stuff. I guess we'll start with the Kiss stuff first because that's what I'm most excited about. So much great stuff there. I didn't even get into like all the details, but I'll probably talk about the whole sale like when I'm going through everything. But we'll start off with some of the posters. Check this thing out. Wow. So cool. Yeah, these are like pretty beat up. Definitely gonna need some work. I mean, you could probably frame these. I also don't really know how to get like creases out of posters because this has obviously been folded up for a really long time. Down here at the bottom is dated 1977. There that is right there. So when I was looking at the pictures for the sale, I saw the Kiss items in one of the rooms, and I figured out that it was upstairs somewhere, but right before the sale started, one of the workers came out and sort of gave us like an idea where everything was, so she told us exactly where it was. And I was third in line. There were two guys in front of me who were friends, and they both were talking about wanting the Kiss stuff, and that's what I was going for too, so I was like, dang, there's no way I'm going to be able to grab anything cool. They're definitely going to grab everything. But when they went in, they first, I think, went for toys because there were a lot of toys everywhere. And when I went up, you can see in this picture right here, this is what I saw. This is actually what I was originally going for. So you see all this Kiss stuff, but up above the Kiss picture, there was a t-shirt folded up. So I was like, okay, this has got to be good. But the problem was when I actually got up there, the t-shirt was not there. And actually a lot of the tables were sort of mixed around and looked a lot different. But that's just typically how these kind of sales are. Like, they'll take pictures, but then if they find other stuff that they want to put on that table, they'll move things around. So I was kind of like, where could it be? But then I looked and it was like underneath a bag or something. So I immediately grabbed that. And the boots were originally like in this picture that I'm showing you right now. They're originally on the ground, but they were also on the table. So I immediately grabbed those and I started looking around and I just saw all of these posters on one of the tables. And I was like, jackpot. Nobody else was really looking at them because they were looking at all the toys and stuff. So yeah, this one is huge too. This one's dated 1978 and it's got Ace Frehley on it. So cool. This one is probably my favorite poster though. Elton John. And it's like all felt and neon. It's got some rips and tears all over it because it's very old. It's dated 1975 and this is probably the coolest poster I've ever found. I have never seen one like this. I know they exist, but I just don't think I've ever actually held one in my hand like this. Yeah, and to be honest, whenever I first picked it up, I didn't look through any of the posters. I just knew that they were like old and I thought they were just all Kiss related, but no, this one's Elton John. Here's another poster I grabbed. Bruce Springsteen. This one's in amazing condition. This one, I'm pretty sure it came out of like a magazine or something because it's double-sided and it's folded like this, so I just assume that it was folded in a magazine or like a picture book or something like that. I also found this Kiss book, and it's actually dated 1979 on the back of it, and yeah, it just has some awesome pictures on the inside. And this, I actually saw this book before I saw all the posters, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll grab that. So cool. So obviously I talked about all this stuff when it was in the trunk of my car, but I just wanted to go over it again. So I found this Aeon Flux MTV. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's like sort of a comic book, sort of like a behind the scenes type thing, but it's got a lot of great artwork on it. I don't know if it's really worth anything. I'm sure it's worth something at least something to maybe give away, or I don't know, but it's a very cool pickup. And then I also picked up these two Juxtapose magazines. Never heard of this magazine before in my life, but they were tattoo related, and I just like seeing old tattoo photos. This one specifically I grabbed first because it has like a mini poster on the inside, and I thought maybe all of them would. There were a few more at the sale, but I didn't grab them. Maybe I should have, I don't know. But yeah, these are pretty cool. They're both dated down at the bottom, 2004. And then I also grabbed this stamp book. Don't know if it's worth anything, probably not worth that much, but it's filled with vintage stamps. Yeah, there's just a lot in here. It looks like there's more than there actually are though, because a lot of these, it has examples of what you should put there, like if you're collecting, but a lot of the pages do have stamps, so I guess it just varies on, I guess maybe specific ones are worth money, but I'm not really sure. So if anybody knows anything about this, or if this is a good pickup. But like I mentioned, everything I got at this Kiss sale was $45 for everything, so definitely worth just grabbing. And here is the Kiss t-shirt that I originally went for and somehow grabbed. When I tell you it was a miracle that I grabbed it, it was. Because if it was in the normal spot where everybody thought it was, somebody else would have totally grabbed it. But no, they moved it, and somehow I was the lucky one to be able to grab it. It's double-sided, and down at the bottom of this side it's dated in 1979. Such a cool graphic. Oh, and I also found this smoking baby toy. I grabbed it because I just never seen anything like this. I looked it up, and it seems like it's from the early 2000s, which I suspected because I don't know if they'd be allowed to make this now. You guys would have to let me know, but here's a little bit of a closer look at it. That's so weird, right? Like they had to put "real babies should never smoke" on it. But it's also ceramic, which is kind of weird. But yeah, definitely the most random thing I picked up. And that's saying a lot because I got these next things. Kiss platform boots. These things weigh a ton. The reason these were made is a lot of people used to dress up as the Kiss characters. So I'm guessing the owner, the guy who was having the estate sale, used to dress up as Kiss at some point. And so, yeah, it's made of wood. Like there's just a chunk of wood down on the bottom. Here's a closer look at what the tag looks like on the inside, but these are definitely vintage. I just don't even, it's literally like a Timberland boot or something nailed to this board. Never found anything like this. It's so random that I just had to pick it up, especially because these were just $10, which I didn't even realize till I was checking out. They totally could have been like $100, and then I would have felt real awkward carrying them up to the front. And I also forgot to mention, I found this fish hat literally right when I walked into the door of the estate sale. I went to the left because that's where the stairs were, and this fish hat was sitting there waiting for me. When I saw this, I was like, who knows what else could be in this house if they got a fish hat at the front door. Yeah, so random but so funny. It's like stitched in there. It's like stuffed animal material. So definitely a random find, but pretty cool. So as you guys saw, the rest of the estate sales I went to didn't do that great, but we did have a good find at a weird garage sale, moving sale thing. This lady says she was just clearing out her storage, but it was in like this storefront. So most people probably wouldn't even see it there. Whenever I walked up, I put in this clip. It is literally a storefront, but then they were having some sort of a garage sale in there. But anyways, the lady told me that I was the first person to come in the entire day. And by the time I got in there, I think it was like noon or like 12:30, and she'd been open since like 8 o'clock. But that just goes to show you never know if a sale is gonna have good stuff no matter what time you go to it, because people just might not go randomly. But anyways, the best thing I found in there was this vintage Peanuts Letterman jacket. I have never in my life seen one of these. So freaking cool. And it's got Snoopy catching a baseball on the front. So high quality and nice. It's got leather that goes down the sleeve right here. Like I mentioned, it's got this really weird tag on the inside. It says made in the USA. This thing is definitely vintage, but I just don't really know much about it. There's a tag right there. Really weird tag. But yeah, this jacket is so sick. I cannot believe that this existed. I mean, where would they even sell this at? And how much was the retail for it? It had to have been a lot because, like, this is a high quality jacket, you know? Like I mentioned, I spent $50 on that jacket, but then the rest of the stuff she ended up giving me for $10 extra. So I think it all evened out. Like I found this vintage Mickey Mouse sweatshirt. It's got some stains on the front, but I bet I can get them out. And it's got Mickey on the back too. Also got a couple of accessories like this little notepad right here. I've actually found this exact logo on a sweatshirt before, so that was kind of cool. And then this Snoopy die cast, still in its original package. Man, you can collect them all. Look at how many different ones there are. There's also this notepad too. That's what the back looks like. This thing is really cool. It's got Farmer Snoopy driving a tractor. And yeah, it's just like a little kids storage thing, you know. It's kind of cool. You can put any hanger you want in there. It just slides in the back. Also, here's this hat. Snoopy says, and then on the back it says, go fetch your own stick. And my last find of the day was from that estate sale that I went to. I did not realize it, but the estate sale actually started the day before, so there could have been other good stuff there, but this is the only thing that was really left that I thought was nice. It's really big. It's a size 2XL, but a lot of times with sweaters like this, they shrink or just fit differently when they're vintage, so maybe this thing will fit me. Also, it's springtime, so I'm not going to be wearing this anytime soon. So that's everything I picked up. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.